Oh, this is interesting. You may be interested to see this particular piece. It seems Star Wars fans are raising $200 million to remake The Last Jedi.
I
Oh,
kind of,
whoop,
I kind of,
I wish
I
I'd known
kind
it
of
went
heard,
so
I
far.
kind of heard about this.
The article says, verbatim, the divisive response to The Last Jedi immediately sparked outrage across social media following its release, with many fans and former Star Wars fans alike getting into heated debates about the film's merits. The latest, and arguably most absurd, development in fan entitlement is a group of fans who claim they are going to create their own The Last Jedi and that the producers are already willing to cover the $200 million price tag. The Remake The Last Jedi Twitter account says, and I quote, our team of producers is offering to cover the budget for the remake of The Last Jedi in order to save Star Wars. Share this and spread the word to Robert Iger and at Disney. No, you want this. This isn't a joke. We're ready to have the convo now. Hashtag remake The Last Jedi. Hashtag Star Wars.
Ah!
Oh, good Lord, no! Why?
A Remake The Last Jedi Twitter account took to the social media platform, as I just mentioned, to kick off a series of tweets with the message, our team of producers offering to cover the budget for a remake of The Last Jedi in order to save Star Wars, as I just mentioned. The tweet opens up a variety of questions, though the account has also launched a website that attempted to explain their motivations, where there's a link to that in the description. This is a campaign to provide Disney an opportunity to course correct with the Star Wars franchise. The fans are completely divided, and the core goal of Star Wars has been abandoned. The site reads, the goal is to not make one half of the fandom happy of the other. It is to make a film that the fandom in general as a whole enjoys. So very altruistic intentions. The hero archetypes of the original films is what made these so great. It made great characters that everyone could relate to, regardless of their background and beliefs. No longer having this core element, along with poor storytelling, has made the franchise divisive and in disarray. One of the biggest and most obvious questions was, even without the countless legal ramifications of attempting to make a movie of which you own no rights to, the film could cost a massive sum. Though the account ensured there were producers on board to cover the expenses. Of the many responses the account offered fans, it responded to one user who pointed out this remake wouldn't be able to star Carrie Fisher due to her passing. Quote, Carrie would be kept in with her existing work, and yeah, believe it or not, people in the multi-billion-dollar movie business can spend $200 million on a movie. Another interesting detail on RemakeTheLastJedi.com is a legal disclaimer that actually pledges the money to Disney themselves. Legal disclaimer. This is not an attempt to infringe on any copyrights and trademarks of Disney and Lucasfilms. This video is a parody that is aimed to raise awareness of the campaign and offer the money to Disney and Lucasfilm for the sole purpose of remaking The Last Jedi. The site claims they have currently raised more than $7 million. That's something already. You can head to RemakeTheLastJedi.com to pledge your money didn't like the movie Disney made. How much money do you think this campaign will ultimately raise? Let us know in the comments below, or hit up at the Wolfman on Twitter to talk all things Star Wars and horror. Okay, where do I even start with this? Okay, first of all, it's very altruistic and very pleasing that they actually want to try and fix Star Wars, because from what we know, the Star Wars franchise has not really been the same in the last few years. I mean, The Force Awakens was a nice shot in the arm, but let's just be honest with ourselves. Disney have an agenda with this. I think maybe realistically, let Star Wars disappear for a few years, because we've had too much of it recently. You know, let it disappear for 3 years at the very least. You know, make us miss it. the fact that they were actually going to pledge the money to Disney to say, remake this movie, actually give us the movie that we want to see, that'll be interesting. Chris Ortiz says, I don't see this working at all. Stranger things have happened, but I do take what you're saying. As I said, there are legal ramifications for doing this, but the fact that Disney would actually profit from this, if what this article is saying is legitimate, because I have a friend at work who saw The Last Jedi, and he said this is the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen at the movies. I don't know. It might be fake, Adam, but until we see something concrete, because here's the thing. If I go and say it's not fake and it turns out to be real, then I'm the guy who's basically caught with his jeans down by his ankles. It kind of makes me look bad. So at the moment, just take it for what it is, and let's just wait till something concrete comes out. Obi-Raiden. What do you think about this? Is the Force strong with this, or do you think this is just going to fall flat on its face?
I think the Force is racing its time because, in my eyes, opinion, it's like, if you don't like a plot to a movie, just don't talk about it. But this is human nature, after all. We have to talk about things that makes us happy or pisses us off. This, for me, is going to the deep end. It's like I said, if you don't like a film, just don't talk about it at all. Leave it to the side. I mean, usually I do that, but there's some films that piss me off so much I have to talk about it. But with this, I feel like it's just going to go fall flat in his face and just say, hey, you're using all this money to put something that, yeah, it was on a bad direction. But in hindsight, you're gonna have to. My thing is, if you like something and you disregard something that is I don't know, etched in your memory, just keep holding on to those memories until then. Like I said, with this, I feel like it's just gonna go fall flat because I don't know. The whole thing is just scatterbrained. I don't know where to go with this. It's gonna fall flat.
Lydia, same question.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
I understand. I'm sorry. I understand their anger over The Last Jedi. I didn't really care for it myself, but it's like, if a movie's and doesn't end the way you want it, doesn't bother you. It's like, and what are you guys gonna do with that money, with that amount of money they give you? Make the movie out of Legos? What the hell? Oh no, I'm sorry. You probably won't have enough money to do that. Out of Duplo. But the point is, why are you freaking digging your heels at something that's not going to happen? Disney's not going to change their mind as much as you try. Trust me, it ain't going to happen. Stop trying. Go away and complain about something that matters. Just these people give me such a headache.
I know. Wayne, last but never least, same question to you.
Honestly, it's double-edged sword. On one hand, I admire the passion these people are having, and they could probably do a better job for all we know. On the other, let's just see what kind of damage can be fixed with episode 9. That if you raise that $20 million, it could go to something else with a better purpose. It's like, come on, there's a lot of kids out there in third world countries and even part of the US, namely the Appalachians, who are starving, who can barely afford clean water. That 20 mil should be going towards something like that, solving legitimate problems. I like Star Wars as much as the next person, but good God. Our priorities, the more I think about it with this, are just super, super borked. But that's just my humble opinion. Again, I love Star Wars, and I give these guys credit for their passion, but Jesus, tap dancing Christ. People get up in arms for the most minute things, yet tend to ignore the bigger picture on others. And that's all I have to say on that subject matter. Or else I'm going to go into a tangent, and this podcast is probably going to be 6 hours.
Chris Ortiz has pretty much just said it, hit it on the head. I find online petitions like this to be pointless and petty. You said it, man. You said it.
Mm-hmm.